1988 so great. 89 was not better, but 88 was the weather. Yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. On my way into work, trying to piece rhymes together if they disjointed don't really make any sense. Hey, this is my tiredness evidence. 1988, favorite year in rap, because that was the year that the genre blew up and that all facets of hip-hop were represented equally in popularity, which wouldn't continue even a year beyond that. In 1988, you had Salt and Pepper, you had Kid and Play, you had EPMD, you had BDP, you had Kool Keith, Kool G Rap, Master Ace, you had De La Soul, you had Jungle Brothers, you had Sir Mix-a-Lot, 2 Live Crew, The Ghetto Boys, NWA, Too Short. You had 3 Times Dope, Schoolie D, Cool C, Steady B, Cash Money and Marvelous. You had Chill Rob G. You had, the list goes on, and in those people that I listed people who did dance rap, party-ridden, fun, high-energy rap. I listed KRS, obviously, Rakim, let's not forget the luminaries, Big Daddy Kane, the Kings of 88, those 3. Hardcore rappers, lyrical rappers. You had early gangster rappers. The West Coast was being represented. The South was being represented. New Jersey was in there. You had your conscious people. Forgot about Latifah and Lati and Lakim Shabazz. People like that. They all got a chance. They all got a chance. If the record came out and it was popular, everybody could sell a lot of records. Not a lot, because there weren't as many fans, but everyone had a shot at going gold. Everyone had a shot at establishing a big fan base. It was wide open, and people were open-minded to a variety of styles. It wasn't just people being latched on to one style alone. It was like a buffet table. Hip-hop at that time was like an expensive buffet where you could get lobster and shrimp, or you could get hamburgers and hot dogs. You can get whatever you want, and it was all the same price. It was kind of miraculous when you think about it. And 88 was also the beginning of the pro-black era, which lasted for 4 years as a fad, but not for everyone. For many people, they took it to heart, and it actually changed lives. And some great music came out of it. So, my personal memories of 88, I was around 14. I was a huge hip-hop fan. I was a budding DJ. Had all the posters on my wall like Biggie Smalls. That's typical to what we did. And it was about Word Up and Rap Masters magazines. The Source was a newsletter. Didn't even know what The Source was in 1988. In Philly, it hadn't come yet. But KRS-One was my favorite artist. Rakim was my second favorite artist. Kane was my third favorite artist. And back then I loved De La Plug tuning. I loved the Jungle Brothers music a lot. I loved EPMDs. Anything EPMD was into, I was into. 1988, my 2 favorite records were Strictly Business and By Any Means Necessary by KRS. Strictly Business by EPMD and By Any Means Necessary by KRS. I played everything in 88 that I could get my hands on that I loved, but those 2 records stayed in rotation more than anything else. And they were both revolutionary, so it makes sense that I gravitated towards them just like a whole bunch of other people. 88 was raw. The beats were raw. The flows were fluid and continuous. Even the old school flows had the aggression and sort of forward-moving energy that lets you know it wasn't the disco rap era or even the mid-'80s era. Like, that's why the golden age is the golden age, because you can still hear those rhymes, and the energy of those rhymes can translate and even exceed what came after it. Like the energy of that time was a bit, it was almost like a purposeful energy in the music. They knew that they were breaking the mold and making something that was going to be the new standard, and it just turned out that it was the pinnacle of that, and that's the standard people drew off of for years. So 88 is a really important year. 30 years later, it's still the greatest hip-hop year to me, so that's just my opinion on that.